Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, where I'm very happy to be joined by Pierce Cravens, and he is from the film Sweet Pie. Welcome to the show. It's
Thank
great
you
to have
so much.
Here.
Thank you for having me, Joe.
Talk to me about directing this. This is a whole lot different than I think a lot of people might imagine as far as the character, the gentleman, and we call him a character because he's a character by himself, for sure.
He is a character unto himself.
Yeah.
I met him when I was driving cross country from Dallas to Los Angeles, and I was driving on I-10, running out of gas, pull into this gas station, and I end up from a chance encounter at lunch going to his bookstore. When I saw him, and for the viewers out there, I don't think that we can show a clip because
we can't. Yeah.
He wears only a covering over what needs to be covered legally.
Yeah. Essentially a sock.
Yes, essentially a sock.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And when we say essential, that's the essentials are what's covered here. This is how he lives every day.
This is how he lives every single day, and he lives this way because he doesn't like the way clothes feel.
Yeah.
However, he doesn't like to impose his point of view on anyone else.
No.
If you are offended by this, he is happy to cover up, just to make sure that it doesn't bother anyone. So this is
he's an older fellow too.
He is an older fellow. He's now 72 years old.
Right.
And so prior to his moving to this small desert town in Arizona, he had a career as a naked boogie woogie and blues pianist. And his performance name was Sweet Pie, so that's where the title of the film comes from. And
is there a moment where he actually meets the naked cowboy?
Yes, a meeting of the Naked Minds. Yes, this happened in Times Square.
Wow,
where all great things happen.
I'll say.
Yeah, so he was so excited to meet the Naked Cowboy. And played a song with him, and he was really gracious.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
That must have been fascinating.
Yeah, and so this was a part of his whole comeback tour, if you will. He hadn't played in New York for about 40 years. So I produced a concert at the Public Theater in New York, and he used to play CBGB and the Bitter End and a lot of these iconic clubs, opening for Johnny Winter and a bunch of other great musicians. So had him at the Public and up in New York. That's where he met the Naked Cowboy, and yeah, he had a blast. And
you went from not only making film to now producing concerts,
right,
which is a little different.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. I wore a lot of hats on this film, but it actually started as a reality TV pitch.
Yeah.
Because I went to this town, I found all of these eccentric characters, and I was like, this is a perfect opportunity for just an interesting, rich docu-series. And I couldn't sell it. So I had this amazing character.
I'm surprised because there's no doubt you found, because we talk about this often, I think in film, everybody has a story, and almost everyone's got a compelling story if you can dig it out, right?
Yeah.
But you found ones that were kind of like right there on the surface in a lot of cases, right?
Yeah, but the further you got into his story, the more interesting and rich it became.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of layers to him, even though he doesn't wear a lot of layers.
Yeah.
So.
I like that. Tell me about this. So this became part of the you're part of the documentary shorts section of Slam Dance. What was your goal with putting it together once you knew you couldn't make the series work?
Well, you know, I wanted to showcase his story. Yeah. He's such a genuine person, and you know, you're kind of initially taken aback by his appearance and how he dresses, but within 5 minutes that completely falls away, and you are kind of right here with him.
Which helps.
Yeah, it helps. But I wanted to try to showcase that in the film, and
because our preconceived notions go out the door. That's really what you're saying.
Yeah,
here,
exactly,
isn't it?
exactly.
Yeah.
So it becomes less of judging, you know, a book by its cover, if you will, and more getting to know the person, because he has a lot of heart. He experiences loss just the way anyone does, and more so than I think anyone else that I've ever been had in a film or spoken to or met, he's able to deal with the curveballs that life throws him in potentially the best way.
Wow.
Yeah.
So proof that, as you said, yeah, not judging a book by its cover, but also just the fact that the resilience of some people and their ability to manage in this world, which is not always pleasant, and certainly not for him.
Yeah, and was a huge inspiration for me too.
Yeah.
Just to not take things too seriously.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
What's next for you?
I have 3 narrative features that I am, waiting on acceptances for. I have another film that's on Netflix right now called This Isn't Funny.
Right.
And I just finished up, before I came out here, I was producing a show on Broadway called Oh Hello with Nick Kroll and John Mulaney.
Wow.
Yeah. Where they play 70-year-olds. So like I am well in the septuagenarian crew, what with Sweet Pie and the characters that Nick and John play.
I often do reporting for reunions,
oh, really?
high school reunions, 50-year, typically. And the one thing I noted, and I want to see what you think, I leave that with this immediate need to get some crap done, right?
Yeah.
Is that, I'm like, oh my gosh, life is short, I got to get a lot done.
Well, yeah, but also just being at the festival and being surrounded by everyone here, it's a motivator too, because you get to meet all of these cool people and who are working on these amazing projects that inspire you, and you kind of want to find a way to collaborate and find a project because you met this really cool person. So Slam Dance has been absolutely amazing, and I cannot recommend that festival enough.
I know, it is a tremendous experience as far as the difference in that working atmosphere up there. People are almost wanting to get work done there. In fact, I saw people filming up there.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon.
Very true.
Well, Pierce, we're looking forward to whatever comes next.
Thank you, Joe.
Pierce Cravens.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, again, the film is Sweet Pie. Where can we find it, by the way?
Still working on that. We're working on some distribution. So more. Stay tuned on that, I guess.
All right. Well, I'm guessing we're going to see it in a lot of places for sure. So make sure you get your opportunity to do so. Just keep an eye out for Sweet Pie. We've got a lot more coming up here on the Mountain Morning Show, including some great music. All that right after this.